Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm Cooper, up here on stage. We've got some other awesome community leaders, and we're gonna, walk through what's going on, what the latest is, and of course, have some time for questions. If anyone wants to request to come up on stage, you can just tap that little button at the bottom of your screen, raise your hand, and we'll bring you on up here. But yeah, really, really good week so far. We kicked it off on Monday with the first ever inaugural new member onboarding. So if you're here, the audience, and you stop by, thank you so much for coming. If you're new and you missed it, we're going to have another one next Monday. We haven't picked a time yet for that because we want to kind of give some access to people that it was at 8 p.m. Eastern yesterday, but we want to open it up and make sure everybody has a chance to tune into that. That was really, really fun. Shout out to Gabby as well for helping out with that presentation and being such a great welcoming person for that presentation. But yeah, that was a really, really successful thing. Got to meet and get to know a few of our newest members and some people who were planning on joining. So again, that's going to be recurring on Mondays. If you have any questions about LinksDAO, about the organization, how you can pop up and contribute, you're always welcome to message myself or one of the other people up here on stage. But if you'd like to do that in a forum where you're getting to meet your fellow members, other new members, and get a little bit closer with the community, that's a great way to do it. So we're really happy to have kicked that off yesterday, and we'll be doing that all through the rest of the year. So really stoked about that. Heath, what'd you think last night? How'd you feel?
It was great. Honestly, learned a lot. I do this. I'm in here all the time, but still learned a couple things. Even Clubhouse logins, some alternative ways to join. Kind of just got the full onboarding experience, and that was kind of new. So I wasn't a part of that. I was coming in fresh to that onboarding, rollout, and I thought you guys did a great job, especially Gabby. Yeah, got to openly talk and ask questions. I think it was a really good exchange. It was a little bit more of like intimate setting where we don't have hundreds of people. There weren't even dozens. It was like 15, and so I felt some people were a little bit more comfortable about asking questions. We had some new members in there, and they brand new and only been there a couple weeks, and so this was their first NFT, and so it's all new to them, and that was really exciting because I think sometimes it can be intimidating to get into those conversations, maybe even in Discord when we're vibing out and everyone's kind of humming along. So I think if you really just kind of need to talk and say, hey, this is new to me, like I think this is a great opportunity. I mean, you can obviously ask questions here, but we're it's just kind of a separate setting, just kind of get into that mindset and start kind of talking Web3, how to do this, how to do that, what is this even all about, and so, or where to find things. There's a lot going on, so sometimes it can be difficult to find something. So just come in and you can chill, or you can just ask all the questions, and we'll try to do our best to ask or answer everything in real time, or just point you in the right direction. So it was a cool experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really loved it. Thanks so much for that feedback there. Yeah. Additionally, if you're looking to contribute, we're going to be rolling out a contributor form. Maybe get to know a little bit more about you, what you're interested in, kind of scale that up, and so the pod leaders can kind of get in touch with people for specific projects that are coming up, and that we can be a little bit more efficient on that side as well. So keep an eye out for that if you're looking to contribute to the DAO. We're looking forward to getting to know more of you in that way as well. I will jump into course updates here. I don't think we have Bez or Jim here tonight, but I will tell you that effort is ongoing. We are working with Kemper and Josh Lesnick to identify and source these courses. We are working through the list that has been submitted by the community, as well as some other properties that are really good options. So keep an eye out for future updates on that. We will have more course chats specific to the course here on Tuesday nights coming up soon. but no major updates yet. Definitely will keep you all apprised as that happens. That being said, look forward later this week to a new poll for members in the WAG back. We're going to buy golf course channels. We're really looking forward to getting your feedback on some of the things like rules, like architects, like play style. So we will be tagging members to vote on some more issues this week. Definitely looking forward to that. Maybe even tomorrow. Maybe we'll drop that new poll tomorrow. That'll be fun. So that's the latest there. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand, come up and ask at the end. But that being said, I would love to turn it over to Mr. Senor to talk a little bit about the profile picture project we are so excited about.
Let's talk about the PFP. Thanks, everybody. Last week, we talked through and actually shared a couple things last week. Number one, we talked through the process, which I'm happy to speak to. That's also available in the PFP chat. If you have trouble locating it, let us know. We'll help you find it. We talked about the process and sort of the timeline. And I think the headline there is we're going to launch it when it's right. That's the most important thing. The timeline itself, what we're currently operating under, is early September, looking at sort of 5 work streams leading towards a go, no go decision that all of those things are ready. Number one is marketing. How do we really want to use this as a way to expand the community. We really want to see this as a way for telling the LinksDAO story, but also creating a new story in itself that's very exciting to other golfers. So marketing plan being put in place. Shout out to Jordan, who's in the audience, who's working on that. Also working through sort of what the value prop of the PFP is. How do we make sure that it's properly differentiated from the other NFTs, and how do we make that not confusing? I'm sure some of you have participated in communities that have launched multiple NFT projects, and sometimes it can get really confusing what the actual value prop of that membership is over another one. So it's really important for us to nail that. The third is around sort of the cost and the mint mechanics and making sure that we sell this at a reasonable price that allows people an opportunity to get in. And then fourth is the community. Like, we're going to be welcoming in a ton of new people into the community. And what does that look like? How does that feel? How does that operate? And then fifth, thinking about the actual art itself and the mint website and everything else. So that's the process leading towards sort of a September 5th go or no go decision. If we're on track there, my dog is really excited about the PFP. If we're on track there, then we'll set a date. If we're not on track, we'll communicate with the community and say we need a little bit more time to get this right. Next up is thinking through the actual art itself. We shared the baseline character in PFP chat last week. That is sort of the most vanilla foundation for the character that shares the same traits across the set, those base traits. But then the most exciting part is obviously the attributes and the traits and what distinguishes each character and makes them feel special and rare and exciting. That's what we're working on now. Been in contact with the team very closely this week, thinking through hats and sort of headwear in general. They're not all hats, but things like bucket hats and visors and baseball caps and some very interesting, less conventional type of headwear. Also working on the face, which is incredibly important. If you look at PFPs, the best ones are ones that you identify with, and the face is going to be extremely important. And then working through things like the clubs and the top and special attributes. So getting a lot of iteration. Sort of the phase we are right now is a bunch of drawings and iterative feedback and saying, I like this, we don't like this. Let's, deep dive onto this thing and let's throw away that thing. So making a lot of progress on that front. Our goal is to land at least line drawings for all of the attributes in the next 2 weeks so that we can start working on color and polish, ultimately putting all of those together, generating the 10,000 unique characters, and then getting ready for launch. So if you have ideas, my major call to action here is, the PFP chat was like really vibrant in the beginning. I want to hear from you. So ideas that you have, concerns you have, things you'd like to see, just reach out in that channel. I look at it multiple times a day. I'm always excited to see people in there. So the more that you provide, the more that we'll be able to take this forward. So PFP chat for that. If you have any other questions, I'll be around the end and happy to answer them. Thanks.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for that update, Mr. Senor Hill. So getting into next, item tonight. Want to talk about link ups. If you're new here or maybe haven't really or you don't know much about link ups, that is a member initiated program that is kind of guided by the community team here. So if you know if you want to meet up with other LinksDAO members in your local area, just come to us. Go to the link ups channel in the under the members category and ask Joe, Ryan, Jen, or Funkanot. Just tag one of those 4 people, and they would be happy to kind of initiate a link up for you in your local area. So shout out to the Link Up London team. They got together. This is a global initiative. So anybody around the world who's a member can initiate one of these. Just raise your hand and just say, hey, I want to meet people, and we'll get you going. So Link Up London, if you're in that area, there's a Link Up August 26th at Hendon Golf Club. Check the thread there under Link Up's channel for more details and a sign up sheet. All attendees will get a code for 15% off the Random Golf Club shop. And then once you attend the event, there will be some games there, and the top 3 scores at the event will get Link's Pro Shop discount code. So this is kind of a cool way to, really amp up your community, get to meet new members or, people that you really enjoy talking to online, and just you can hang out and do some golf stuff. It doesn't have to be on the golf course. It can be at a Top Golf. It can be go to the pub, whatever you want to do. So just let us know, and we'll be happy to help you organize that in the Link Ups channel. So that's the kind of spiel there. Tungsten, I'm going to hand this off to you. I think you got some big stuff coming down the pipe for the members bounce.
Appreciate it. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, the link up's very exciting stuff. PFP even more exciting. I love the announcements every week.
Uh-oh, bud. Having a little trouble hearing you. Is that me?
All these things. All right, I will speak up a bit louder. Can you guys hear me a bit more now?
Check your input. I think it's just unplug and plug it back in. I think you got a loose cord or something.
Oh,
Happens to the best.
he's going. We'll give him 5 seconds. If not, yeah. There he is.
All right, guys, how's this for you?
So
Much better.
good. So good.
Fantastic.
Way better.
Great. Well, I was going to say, I always feel like we're just kind of following up all this amazing news with the community with just a little bit of a story about a little tiny video we put out each week. But this week, it's a big deal. This week on the Members Bounce, our CEO, Jim Daly, is hosting Doug at his home course, the Patterson Club up in Connecticut. And they actually got themselves into a nice little 9-hole match play competition. So we're pretty excited to bring this episode to you all this week because it's kind of the culmination of all the feedback we've gotten about what you want to see in the episodes. And there's just going to be a lot of good golf to watch this week. So don't forget to tune in on YouTube at 8 p.m. this Thursday to check it out. And if you pay attention closely enough, we'll probably have some type of a giveaway again this week. We love when you share everything on the socials for us. So if you're here tonight and you want to be a little Members Bounce social warrior, when those posts drop on Thursday, if you could share them, that would be greatly appreciated. In light of that, wanted to share as well that last week we did have a secret word competition. There were a couple different words that flashed up on screen throughout the course of the episode, but there was one secret word, and it was vibes. And we ended up having 12 different members correctly guess the word, and we've got you all entered into a raffle. We were hoping to share that raffle wheel on the podium tonight, but screen shares and Discord just don't play nice. So we're going to go ahead and record that and drop the actual raffle in the chat a little bit later on. And we'll go ahead and announce the winner of the first raffle for the Members Bounce Secret Word Competition. On another note about giveaways, we had talked about doing a POAP last week. And as you know, sometimes the POAP company plays nice with us. Sometimes they don't. Last week, the timing was just a bit tight. So we're going to get that back out this week. We definitely want to reward everyone with a nice little Web3 token of their membership and participation in our content series. So I think Eth might have a couple more things to add about that, but I'll just ask you all again, please don't forget to tune in this Thursday for the Members Bounce episode with Jim Daly. And we will again be giving away a fantastic prize pack to somebody who tunes in and guesses the secret word correctly. Eth, thanks as always for putting this all together. Thank you everyone here for joining. I'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we'll get the details for the POAP next Tuesday. Basically, we're going to basically show a QR code here at the podium or in the community call. Since we're not able to share our screens, I think I'm probably just gonna like change my profile pic like we did for the 6-month anniversary, and hopefully you guys can scan it. So if you're on desktop, get your phone ready. I'm trying to make this easy as possible. Not have you don't have to go punch in any secret words. You should be able to just open your camera app, scan the QR code, and it should dispense it to everybody who scans it simultaneously. So trying to figure out some cool new ways to do cool Web3 stuff for you guys. And we'll tie that back into the giveaway as well. So that POAP will be an entry ticket essentially to the following week's giveaway. So next Tuesday, community call, turn your announcement notifications on so you don't miss it. And we'll do some fun stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Anybody
Love
else?
it.
Yep.
Yeah. While you're getting that QR code queued up, I just want to say how excited I am to see Doug take on Jim with the Patterson. That's always a fun matchup between Doug and Jim. I've seen him play a couple times. It's a great dynamic. So really looking forward to that. And yeah, definitely looking forward to the pull-ups and the giveaways. Again, weekly we can, the more pull-ups you collect, the better your chances are of being eligible for giveaways and things like this, participating in, the ecosystem, right? Plus, they look really cool in your pull-up wallet. So really stoked about that.
Yep, and just to clarify, that'll be next Tuesday at next week's podium. So be ready, come by, and we'll have some cool stuff there.
Perfect. Very cool. Okay, so now we've reached the point where if you have a question about any of this, if you'd like to come up on stage, you'd like to give a question, a comment, we've got a request already, feel free to raise your hand down there at the bottom. We'll bring you up and have a chat. So our first guest up here is Rich Foster. How you doing, Rich?
Good guys. Sorry, I can't work the computer. Thanks for hosting the call. I heard earlier you mentioned about distributors. Anyone wants to participate? I'm just now getting involved with. Yeah, I'm a lead member.
If not, if you've got some stage fright, always feel free to DM or tag any of us up here on stage in the chats. We're more than happy to answer your questions, have a chat one-on-one, or otherwise discuss anything you want to talk about. But really want to reiterate how much I appreciate you guys being here and tuning in tonight. Again, tune in next Tuesday for the next community call, and next Monday if you're a new member and want to join the onboarding. That was a really great time last night, so that'll be on Monday of next week.
I've got one cool thing.
Yeah.
I got one cool thing. So forgot to mention, go over to the members chat if you're a member, and we're doing a little bit of a kind of members appreciation and course appreciation little contest. And so there is a course photos thread. If you have any cool photos of like a cool golf course you've been to and you really like it, and it's like a really cool picture, you can submit that course photo in that thread, and that kind of offers you a chance to win some top golf swag, US only, sorry. But yeah, just leave your what course it is, what hole it is, and just give us a little quote that says why you really love that course or the hole specifically. We're going to use that to kind of shout you guys out, and really hype up why we love you guys and why we love golf so much, and just show off some really badass golf courses to the world. Maybe some people are just getting into golf, so just showing people what's out there across the world, and just doing some cool stuff like that. So again, pop into the members chat. There's a course photos thread. Go drop your photos in there, and good luck.
Excellent. Some of those shots have been so beautiful so far. Loving to see those. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else up here on stage have anything else to share? All right. Well, in that case, go ahead, Dom.
I was just gonna say, regarding the poll I put out today for NFL betting, I love that a lot of you guys answered that poll right away, and it looks like we have some interest there. So we're getting together something for the community for people to participate in weekly. We're going to be different opportunities, and yeah, just wanted to bring that up, and we'll have more information on it next week.
Oh yeah, love that. Yeah, football season's coming up. Really, really excited to participate in that whole thing with all of y'all. Can't wait to find out what teams you guys are fans of and have some good debates here in the chats around that. I know
Go Bills.
Mr. Senor has some
Bills.
strong affiliations there. Yeah.
Go Birds. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Go Cowboys.
What do you?
Go Cowboys.
Cowboys. I'm Don on the same page here. Let's go Steelers.
Yes, sir.
All right. That being said, thank you guys so much for being on stage and all the great stuff. Thank you, Rich, for coming up and asking a question, and thank you to all the members that are tuning in for another episode of Community Day. If there's any topics, anything you want to hear about next week, anyone you want to hear about next week, hear from me, take recommendations. This is a community-led and driven. We got and I'm sorry, I'm driving. But yeah, we can wrap it up there.